Ryuku Sensei, he posted a video earlier today. Yinlin saved Wuthering Waves in Japan. Now, for some reason, it shows red here as if I watched it, when the reality is that I clicked it and was like, yeah, I should definitely watch this. So what I want to do here is I want to take a look at it. Ryuku Sensei is probably one of the best Wuthering Waves creators out there right now. Kudos to this guy. He covers everything happening in Japan that the vast majority of us have absolutely no idea about. So if you haven't already, consider subscribing to him. Very nice guy. All right. Yinlin saved Wuthering Waves in Japan. Wuwa in JP saved. Genuine question. Do you guys think Yinlin saved Wuthering Waves though?
It has been a rough week for Kuro Games in Japan. I should know. First, Wuthering Waves was plagued by a plethora of stability issues and bugs.
Oh, that was actually great though. I can't believe people were getting bugs like that. I played the game flawlessly. There wasn't a single issue that I had with it. I'm kind of disappointed. I've streamed like, what, 100 hours of this game so far? And I've had not a single issue. This would have been great for content. It's so disappointing.
Issues and bugs, unoptimized software, and typical 1.0 issues you might expect, leading to many people being unable to play the game at all. And then there was the Jian weapon translation issue. Then things started to look good when
the Jian weapon translation issue, yeah, that we got compensation for. You know, we didn't have that issue personally, but thank you for the compensation, Kudo, once again.
They promised individual support for the issue, but then they dropped the ball again and leaked the emails. Honestly, things were not looking good at all. There was even talk about Wuthering Waves being dead on arrival in Japan.
There was talk about Wuthering Waves being dead on arrival. Yep. Every gacha release ever. They even did that with Honkai Star Rail. You guys remember when Honkai Star Rail was being advertised and people were like, what, Honkai Star Rail is gonna fail because it's not action combat like Genshin. Nobody wants to play a turn-based RPG. And then it released, and half the year, it actually makes more than Genshin does. Yinlin sold like crazy. She did, yeah. Payment system crashed because of her, yep.
Japan altogether. But that all changed on June 6th with the release of Yinlin. And guys, there's no other way to say it, Yinlin absolutely crushed it.
Did she?
Yinlin absolutely crushed it.
She did, and you know what else Yinlin absolutely crushed? Me. And she can do it again if she wants to.
Yinlin certainly lived up to her vibe with how much she absolutely dominated. She made almost double.
She could dominate me too.
Double the money in 24 hours alone than for the entire first week of launch. I don't know if you could read this, but this is $4.68 Wutherillion right there. And it's...
Holy crap! $4.68 Wutherillion.
$8
That is a lot of money, chat. $4.68 Wutherillion. Oh my god, they are wutherilling out.
Dollars right there. And it's still going up at a rapid pace. This is a massive home run for Kuro Games. Looking at the replies to her banner announcement on Twitter, I saw several people saying that they'd actually been holding off from using their polls in anticipation for Yinlin. That might explain this huge spike, along with the two other jiggly reasons.
Yeah, that is no doubt a major part of why people were saving up their currency, why they were skipping Jian. Although it's also worth pointing out here, Wuthering Waves actually hit #1. They dethroned Genshin Impact. Genshin Impact got moved down to #2. They were at position 48 at Yinlin releases. They jump up from position 48 to 1. That is what Yinlin did for the game. The most thing about Honkai Star Rail's launch was Genshin fans trying to bring it down. I know! You can see why he's a great woo-wah content creator, yeah.
Along with the two other Jiggly reasons. Speaking of Jiggly, several others were commenting on her amazing design about how cool and sexy she looks. But unfortunately, Kuro Games made another blunder with this tweet. A small one, a minor one, but still a blunder nonetheless. In the announcement, they put the release time as 10 AM server time, which confused many people. Like, just when exactly is that? Is it not the same as 10 AM Japan Standard Time? No, it's not. The server time is based on China's Standard Time, which is fine in itself, but when you're making a post for Japan and for Japanese people to read, it would be better to put the local time as is instead. So I
mean, I think they were overreacting a little bit to that, right? Like, whenever a gacha game makes an announcement, I automatically assume that it's in their own local time, and then I try to do the conversion into my own time. Sometimes gacha games release, you know, like EST or PST or UTC +8 or whatever, but more often than not, gacha studios just release, like, you know, releasing at 12 p.m. And you're like, okay, like 12 p.m. China, 12 p.m. Korea, 12 p.m. Europe. NA? Since Japan might be a bit uptight about that stuff. Make it an issue so we get more apologems. Oh, you're right. I'm so sorry. That is a huge issue. How dare they? My God. You know, we deserve compensatory gems for those.
Something for them to take note of in future posts. Another thing I noticed is that I also saw several people asking where her trailer was, because at this point in time we were only a few hours away and still no sign of it. People were starting to get...
They actually released the trailer as they released the character banner, which was hilarious to me because it was almost midnight for me and we were in bed. The trailer dropped. I saw it on YouTube on the TV when I was, you know, in just my underwear, and I'm like, fuck! I gotta get up and record a reaction to this. So I jumped out of bed, ran over here, reacted to it, posted a video, ran all the way back to bed. But I was more awake then because I have 2 giant ring lights behind my screen. And then it took me like another hour and a half to fall asleep. But then I need to get up at 4 a.m. So I got like 2 hours sleep.
Really anxious. And then at 11 a.m. for Yinlin's in-game release, Kuro Games also released her trailer along with it. And while people had been getting a little worried up to launch that they still hadn't released the trailer, it seems Kuro made the right bet by not releasing it too early, keeping the powder dry and dropping it just as she went live. The trailer was fantastic.
Agreed.
It introduced the character to us, showed us who she is and what she's about, what she can do, all within a short story that had a clear beginning, middle and end. A fantastic piece of show don't tell style storytelling. And looking at the YouTube comments, the top rated comment is this one saying Yinlin's design is perfect, along with Koshimisu's voice. Oh my lady. The second top comment is talking about how smooth the transition was from 3D to 2D. Another one I found was talking about the length. 4 minutes? That's long is what I thought, but after I started watching it, it went by so quickly.
A 4-minute character trailer is long? Correct me if I'm wrong here. Doesn't Genshin also have like 4 to 6 minute long character trailers?
I hope every trailer you bring out in the future continues to stay at this level of quality.
I'll forever remember that you reacted to Yinlin half naked. Thank you. I had underwear on, okay? Yeah, okay, I thought so.
Most of the comments were pointing out parts of the trailer they liked and congratulating her on making Wuthering Waves the #1 in sales ranking. I literally could not find a single negative comment in there about Yinlin, Wuthering Waves, or Kuro Games in general at all. Everyone was extremely hyped. But that was Twitter and YouTube. What about the DJs on 5chan? We all know they have no filter, so what do they have to say? Honestly...
And more importantly, what about the people on Reddit? On the r/Gacha Gaming subreddit.
Even before the numbers came out, they were already calling it. In Japan, Wuthering Waves is going to hit the #1 spot. The general got #9, so #1 is seriously a possibility. The #1 spot is ours. So many people are saying they're going to S6 her, so getting #1 spot is definitely possible. There's been such an anti-wooer campaign that I've become numb to it, but it's actually a good game, so... The anti-wooer people are too scared to try and hate on Yinlin to do anything. But I wonder what they're going to say when Jinza comes out. When it hits the #1 spot, everyone will...
Not only Jinza, but also Changli.
Start playing it, probably. It's over for Genshin today. Once you've tried Wuthering Waves, you can't go back to Genshin. It's too boring.
That is actually something that everyone is saying. They're like, after playing the combat or after getting to experience the combat in Wuthering Waves, I just can't return to Genshin. I don't like how basic the movement feels, you know, like running around. It just like, I constantly find myself trying to run up walls and I can't. And it's very interesting how this is one of the most common sentiments that are mirrored and echoed amongst the community. Should I tell us something that I noticed Wuwa does really well compared to Genshin? I want Scar's playable. Yeah, I know how you feel. Remember the game we always end up down bad for mommies? True. Changli, Jinza, Ironing Board. Yeah, Mrs. 69 both want Changli. Plus, she, you know, she works well with Encore, so it works perfectly. So Mizuria is probably going to go for her.
We won, but those were the comments on the day. It's been 24 hours since then, so I took a look at the latest comments and to be honest, there wasn't that much of a difference. Nothing about the refunds, nothing about the bugs, everyone was just talking about whether to pull for the weapon or not, team comps and what they thought of the designs.
Wait, you mean Japanese players were happy with the game? All those haters saying that the game was dead in Japan were wrong? They were blowing it out of proportion? They were over-exaggerating? Who'd have thought? Oh my god, who'd have thought? What a shocking turn of events. What an absolutely unexpected revelation.
I saw this one here saying that the men in Genshin don't look like men. Wait, hang on, that sounds familiar. What's this link here? Oh, they were quoting Tectone. He actually goes on to say that they think you might be a little too harsh with that opinion. Sorry, Techie. A random JP message board member says you're wrong, so obviously they're right. That's what r/Gacha Gaming thinks anyway. So if JP Twitter is happy,
True.
JP YouTube is happy, and the JP DGens over in 5chan are happy, and also looking at the initial figures for sales, I think it's fair to say that we have braved the storm and Wuthering Waves has a bright future ahead of it in Japan.
Not if r/Gacha Gaming has anything to say about it. Definitely not. No, they are going to continue doom posting everything they can about the game. They're going to find every minor detail possible. Try and drag this game down.
but only time will tell. They just need to get on top of the Android side of things. But what do you think? Let me know down in the comment section below. And if you like this video, don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe, because I have more videos like this out in the future. So until...
Yeah, definitely. Chat, go make sure you sub to Ryuku Sensei. I actually had him over as part of my big collab with all the Wuthering Waves content creators. Very fun to talk to.